What's going on, guys? Today we're taking a look at another figure, and it's not going to be the Transformers Robots in the Skies figures, because we're going to switch up on you and take a look at something old. Today we're taking a look at the Transformers Prime Beast Hunters Voyager class Optimus Prime figure, and I'm sorry if I use the word old. This is actually a little bit recent, and we're going to see if this figure was a success or a failure. So, let's get down to this review and see how I feel about this figure. As you can see in robot mode, it is a very, very strong robot mode. I really think this robot mode has a lot going towards just looking good. And this heavy, I'm trying to use that word. This reminds me a lot of the Cybertron Optimus Prime that we saw back in the Unicron trilogy, and it has a lot of a nice vibe to it. And the figure, as you can see, just has a nice look to it. To give you guys a quick size comparison of this figure, here he is, and here he is with the Powerizers Optimus Prime from the same toy line. And as you can see, with the same figures, I think that the Prime Beast Hunters one is way better than this version. Just because all the translucent bits just don't work. I think the translucent bits are a bit too much, and it just gives the figure no personality. Sure, it looks like Prime, but you know, you want it to be a little bit more than just translucent bits. That just doesn't make any sense to me. And, yeah, you know, P's way superior than the original one by far. As you can see, he does have his Star Saber, and it does look really good. It actually was painted. God, we haven't gotten that in a while, and I'm very happy that it came through here. So that's really cool. He also comes with these tiny little guns. I don't have the missiles, unfortunately, because who keeps their missiles, honestly? He can hold it in his other arm, if you so choose to. Right. So. And he can hold it very nicely. And, overall, the robot mode looks really good. So we're going to get him into vehicle mode, and I'll be discussing how the transformation works and my opinion about Beast Hunters. Shall we? Transformation for Optimus Prime, for Beast Hunters Optimus Prime, sorry, is a simple to the point transformation. It's something that I can respect out of Hasbro at this point, because what they've been doing lately with the Prime toy line is that they want to make it simple but fun. And I honestly think that they made it past it. They did something different, and actually, you know, made something that, honestly enough, a lot of kids are going to love. And yes, a lot, and I do mean a lot of collectors, are a bit ticked off about this. And I'm going to be honest with you, I have no idea why collectors are being so mean to Hasbro just for making figures for kids. It does make no sense to me. It makes me feel that collectors just feel like I feel like that collectors only think about themselves when I hear this. I honestly do. It makes me feel that we're a little bit jealous. And not to say that we should get better figures. I honestly believe that we should be getting more than just, oh, I don't know, like repaints or remolds or something. We shouldn't be getting that. We should be getting a few new molds or such and such. But you have to remember that also Hasbro has a budget. A new mold is like making 4 repaints. So you have to really consider what to do. And I think what Hasbro is doing, or what they did for Beast Hunters, they offered a lot of differences to the old molds and gave us a lot of new things. And honestly enough, I think they worked. It actually worked for me, and it gave us something new, and didn't give anything bad besides that star scream. I thought was just weird, and the sound waves too. But overall, I think Beast Hunters was a good line. It had a good vibe to it, and you know, it did something for a change. Now here it is in vehicle mode, and I'm sorry if that just came down. Here he is in vehicle mode, and as you can see, he looks really nice in vehicle mode. I honestly could say he looks good in vehicle mode, and I'm so sorry if my head popped up on the camera. I just had to check to make sure that my camera was not buzzing around, because this is a new camera and I want to make sure I'm using it correctly. As you can see, the vehicle mode is pretty cool. It's a very simple but very beefy and very dangerous, and it looks really cool in vehicle mode. And it does suffer from a little bit of paint applications, but you know, that's Hasbro. As you turn it around, yeah, there's a little bit of kibble around it, but overall it does look really good in vehicle mode. I like it. The figure can put the accessories on him. As you can see, he can hold his Star Saber on the top of the hood right here, and he can also hold, if you bend one of his wings down, you can also put down a gun right there. So that's a really cool thing about this. Overall, the vehicle mode is really good. Now we're going to change it back into robot mode, and we're going to give our final thoughts on this figure. Overall, Beast Hunters Voyager class Optimus Prime is a great figure. It's something that I thought, it's a figure that I had a lot of anticipation for. When I saw it at Toy Fair, I knew the figure was going to be good. But I was worried that maybe the figure was going to do something different. It was going to have maybe some issues. It was going to have something new that I didn't think was going to go well. And it actually turned out to be one of my favorite figures of 2013. And I absolutely was happy that this was really good. Most of the Beast Hunters that I have, and I do actually have a few, I can honestly say, you know, for what they did, I'm glad they did, because, honestly enough, does anyone really think that, I know a lot of people are saying that Hasbro has been losing it lately, but honestly enough, I think they've been doing a great job lately with their toys, and they might be simple, but honestly enough, they're doing a good job with it, and they did not fail here. And to finish off with this video, we are going to show it the one last thing that he can do, and I think it's by far the best thing about this figure, and probably the only reason you could probably say that this is better than the original Powerizer Prime is that he has a jetpack, which makes him look so much better in robot mode. And I forgot to put the heels down, I'm sorry. Which makes him look so much better in his robot mode. And I can honestly say that this is a must-have figure. This is one of those figures where, honestly, it couldn't fail. It honestly couldn't. It's one of those figures where, if you really think about it, Hasbro had a budget. It had something that they could. I'm going to rephrase that. Hasbro has a budget. When they make new molds, it's like repainting 4 repaints, like I just said. I think that they did not fail here. Now, honestly enough, the Beast Hunters line I think was a lot of remolding and repaints, and this was one of the new molds that came out. And I think I can honestly say this is a must-have figure. It's very cool in both modes. Has a jetpack, has a Star Saber, and 2 guns. And it's a new mold. Can't beat it. And, yeah, it does suffer from a bit of a backpack, a little bit, but I can get up past that. So, guys, this is if you could find this figure anywhere, by all means, please pick it up. It is a great figure, and definitely worth having in your Transformers Prime collection. So that is my review of Transformers Prime Beast Hunters Voyager class Optimus Prime, and go get this figure. It's a great figure. This is honestly, I could say, the best Beast Hunters toy in the entire line. Get him!